Today's question is, why do we use toilets? And I picked up some pictures from toilets around the world, by the way. So before I answer that, so again, today's question for my student is, why do we use toilets? You can see the typical American toilet here. When I traveled in Italy, this picture here, it was just a hole in the ground. I was shocked when I visited Italy. I don't know if that's standard in Italy, but I remember that when I was 13, my first time overseas. This one is similar to Japan. I'm trying to find a really good one of Japan. Japan has like this too. It's kind of like, oh, I hear this one's kind of good of Japan. And is there this one, like where you step up and you have to lean in and you have to go the other way. You have to actually face toward the plumbing stuff. So you have to actually face the opposite than you would in a Western toilet. So back to the question, why do we have toilets? Interestingly, they're kind of a newer invention of human nature because, for example, Roman times, um, they had, for example, they had public toilets, of course, but also like that in some buildings, when they had a meeting, they would just have a mini urinal next to them as they ate at the meal. So that urinal, so it was much worse than today's toilet system. That urinal, they would just relieve themselves in, and your number one or your number two, as we say in America. So number one is pee, and number two is poop. So they would go actually under the floor and they would just sit under the floor in the basement of their castles, for example, and they would just have lots of crap. And sometimes that crap would just be like that stuff would just be floated out into the river. So of course, that was not uh hygienic. It's not clean. So of course we wanted to make cleaner, and by making cleaner bathrooms, we've actually improved health a lot. So of course, how does a toilet work? So why do you use toilets? Now the toilet, you just relieve yourself again, one or two in it, so pee or poop, and then when you flush it, the water takes all of that out into the pipe, and the pipe through gravity brings it out to the outside. And of course, in your city, you probably have a manufacturing plant or a plant that takes care of that waste, a sewage plant. So in some places, like in Japan, in some places, they still have to physically go to your house. So in Japan, some houses have older toilet systems. They have to physically go and take. There's a sewage container next to your house, and they have to. The companies have to come and take that, physically take it. It's similar to like in the festivals where you have the porta potties. So the more you know, yes. So of course, we became much healthier by keeping our toilets cleaner. That's interesting. So two reasons why, well, two big reasons why Americans, I shouldn't say Americans, why humans live much longer than they used to. So people think eating organic. No, we ate organic. We ate more organic 150 years ago. So two big reasons is in the last 150 years, how medical care has gotten much and much better. And also our cleanliness, our hygiene ability, hygiene means keeping safe, keeping clean, has gotten much better. Like gloves were, for example, 150 years ago, unheard of for doctors. Surgeons would just open you up with no gloves, no mask. So we've gotten much better at that. For example, Nightingale, Florence Nightingale helped us improve that. So toilets are a big issue in hygiene if you want to keep clean. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to give us a comment below and let us know any questions so we can answer them in future videos. Take care. Have a good night.